Welcome back. I'm Jocelyn,
I'm Caden,
and we are
the best.
of
Kin.
kin. And today is Tuesday for you, once again, because that's when we post. Today is Thursday for us, and we're switching days that we're recording for the next however long. And I already know it's going to fuck up my week, but you know what? I will adapt as one does, and it's going to be okay. Bye. How's your week gone for you?
Good. I mean, it's Thursday for us,
Mm-hmm.
a day earlier than recording. Yeah, I mean, I say pretty good. The weather's nice.
The weather's been very good.
Work's okay. I mean, it's season, so every night's pretty busy now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Anything new?
in the car shopping.
You haven't talked about it.
No, but
Do you care to?
eh. I just
Maybe
no, I mean,
when it's all done, you'd be probably more like
for sure. Just I mean, I'm not happy with how my car is with the lifestyle I'm living. And I thought, like, sometimes when you think you get something that your lifestyle will
change
blend in
with
with
it.
that thing,
Yeah.
but it's not always the case. Sometimes maybe. And I'm not like sad or like, oh, I don't regret anything. Just I need
You
something
needed
else.
to do it to know that it wasn't the right thing for you. Sometimes in life, we have to do the thing, even if it's not best for us, to know that it's not best for us. Otherwise, you wouldn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm just gonna do something. Look for something that will just make me happier, way more affordable, and it just feels like legit. Like I'm actually like downsizing and like like letting go of something that feels heavy,
Yeah,
literally and figuratively.
quite literally. Heavy on the mind, heavy on the
Yeah,
wallet.
I feel I definitely like just this process and like having getting approved. It just feels like
Mm-hmm.
breaths of fresh air all around.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny, like, because we just went through the car shopping before us. It was like you, then us, then you. Lots of car shopping has been happening lately.
Well, it's been weighing on my mind and maybe on the synchronicity or telepathic theme. I was just on the phone with mom. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, I was gonna see because I'm going to Tucson to play pickleball this weekend in a tournament, and we're being hosted by Lily's company, which is cool. It's like a fundraiser.
So
I don't know if
cool.
there's a prize or anything, but yeah, it's like
You're like, but I'm gonna win it.
I know.
You and
We had
Lily are really competitive.
I know, but we had a few practice rounds, and because at Gilbert Park, like it's busy every night, and then there's like it's open play, so it's fun. So it's a good doubles practice, but
you guys need to teach us.
get really, that'd be fun to. I mean, there's that park right there, and I know they do the same thing. But I'll get back to what I was saying. But
Sorry.
I am really competitive, and I mean, she's like nice and like supportive, like, oh darn,
No, but you're like,
But
fuck.
I think that will change eventually. I mean, I know we're both very competitive, and it's for fun, but I don't know, just let's just have that edge on me that it's fun, but we could win too.
It's fun. Let's take it seriously.
But I was gonna have mom and dad come up and watch, but they're busy. But on that phone call, she was like, "How are you liking your Forerunner?" I was just like, so random. Yeah, I was like, "The fuck?" And I was just honest, like I've just been thinking about it because I'm going to Lily's so much, and work and parking
gas
too.
mileage,
Yeah,
for those of you that don't know.
Yeah, it's like 17 to 19, maybe 19, or maybe 17.
Which for a commuter, not ideal.
Yeah, it's very big.
Clunky.
Yeah, it's a lot, and it's just like that third party head unit in there's been pissing me off. Like, can you imagine just the head unit, the interface for like your audio and everything.
Oh,
it's aftermarket. It's nothing Toyota. It's something a third party
plugged in. To it.
I mean, it's nice, but it's like Android based. And
what?
There's like a shortcut app that gets me to CarPlay. It's called like T-Link. It's like
no.
It's very China,
Sure.
But I mean, every day, like, it randomly just disconnects or choppy. So, and that's just like, your driver experience. So, a lot of these things that once you do something for a while, you realize your wants and needs. So, that goes with anything. Yeah, so I have no regrets, but I'm excited about I mean, I know Toyota's like a little bit more pricey, but I love them a lot.
You're a Toyota guy.
I loved my Corolla. I mean, I had it for 6 years.
Until it was totaled.
Yeah, 6 years.
So we're looking for another long
like
term.
Bleeding and running long. Yeah. So we'll see. That's been it. Yeah. Work as usual. Lifetime starts up again. Podcast changing. Oh, also, plans this weekend. So pickleball tournament, Lifetime, but then Sunday we're going to NASCAR. Like, it's actually here. So.
Oh my God.
She used to go as a kid, so.
Oh my God, cute.
Saying that, like, that it's so loud and like it really rumbles. It's crazy.
That's
I'm excited.
I feel like it's okay. You should also get into talking about golf a little bit because I feel like there are some things that have like an aesthetic to it or has a vibe to it. Tennis, golf, NASCAR kind of gives me that like rich people go to it, like
a little bit, yeah, or like just like the fits, the like
fits,
truck, like a trucker hat jacket,
the culture around the thing, and not even rich people go to NASCAR, but it just feels like one of the maybe that's more Formula One, but it's like it feels like which I don't know the difference. I don't know anything about it honestly because I've never been.
There's a big difference, but I still
it's like the same vibe.
I think those are the two like I guess sports that I'm pretty novice on.
Well, that's the thing. And you love learning new things. You love like trying new sports.
Yeah. Like golf. I mean, I was really no idea about golf. Like I didn't understand it at all. And I thought it was so stupid. Boring. I know. Boring. I can't believe like grandpa used to watch it. I'm like, what the hell? Why is golf on?
Yeah. But
now
Cadence
I have
was
regrets.
bit by the bug.
That's regret I have. I'm like,
should have done this sooner in high school. Bruh. It would have been one of the easiest things to just
I know, such
dominate.
A chill, fun sport to play in high school.
Out in the sun.
Yeah, you get travel, a golf cart, play other high schools.
You're riding around in a golf cart, and then as an adult, you're drinking. Like, it's a very it's like it's so you, Caden.
It's gotten like all my friend group back together. I mean, I've never seen them so much.
Well, that's great because before you would be hanging out with friends at the bars, at all these places that you're not frequenting as much. So now it's giving you all.
That's what
we've
been talking about. Is like I can go to the range, and even if I want to get a drink or whatever, for 4 hours, 3 times a week, and I'm still paying less than I would in one night out.
Yeah, right.
Essentially.
No, totally, and it's a much healthier like.
Yeah, it's like you're talking.
Hobby.
You're
it's athletic.
Getting better. Yeah, it's like a practice. And it's like. Yeah, people that talk about golf, it's almost like a meditative thing. All the aspects of it. And I have yet to even do like, I've only done it once. It was a long time ago before I had you remember when I went out last, I was texting you. It was like for Josh's birthday last year. It was like in Glendale or whatever. But I was like, oh my God, I get it. It's so cool. Like it's a vibe. But then it kind of just went out the window there. But then I forget how it came back. Yeah, like we should go to the range, and then we all kind of got addicted, and we've gone a lot. And
do you meet up with friends every time you go, or you go by yourself sometimes?
Weekends for sure, but I mean, I went last week. I thought I talked about this last time.
No, I don't think so.
I think I did, maybe, maybe not. But like out of 7 days, I think I went 5. And 4 was by myself. Like if I was just like even coming before
my God
before the podcast last Friday, I just stopped by because it only takes like 45 minutes. Like you can just stop. You can go just get a bucket and then just go through your clubs.
Yeah.
Focus on something to practice on, and then you're good.
That's
as far as like
so
practicing
cute.
on the range, but of course, an 18-hole would be like a 4-hour thing.
Yeah.
So that's what my Sunday mornings might turn into. Because the hotter it gets, the cheaper tee times are.
Oh.
And tee times are usually expensive. It's
totally
like $80 per person.
Yeah. Logan's parents are massive golfers.
Oh yeah.
And I would love Sienna to get into that. Well, it's like take her with, teach her how.
Sun City is actually funny enough a really good place to go because it's cheaper for tee times even right now, and they have like really good courses. I mean, all the neighborhoods out there are like just built around a course.
Yeah, it's true because of the retirement communities.
Yeah, it's tough. You gotta be realistic, but it's just an obsessive thing because it's something like that you can never perfect, like even professionals even too. And it's like, it could be anyone's game. I mean, as far as like getting a good score
Yeah.
throughout all your friends. It's just every hit has to be good. It's just, yeah, it's wild.
I love a mini golf.
But it's, yeah.
I love the little obstacles, little windmill.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like I just was at Costco's because they have like a pickleball paddle for like $60 for like 3 indoor, like actual legit balls, a bag, and 2 paddles for 60 is insane. And then
at
Costco has a good golf section too.
Yeah.
So they have a really nice bag only for $59. I'm like, oh,
don't you have 2 bags?
Yeah, but those are terrible bags. Like they're really heavy.
They're old.
They're old, yeah. But I got all my clubs hand me down, so yeah, that's huge. No, that's huge. Kind of like the barrier to entry is the expense of it all. I mean, like if you get a brand new driver, I mean, it's like $500. Yeah, just the driver.
I know, it's insane. I can't believe people are just handing these things to you.
Like 10. I know.
You're so lucky girl syndrome.
Yeah, I know. So, and I have a shit ton of balls
and big
from
balls.
Just hand me downs. Like they were just in the bag. I'm like, oh, cool. And tees. And I just got a new glove though because it was needed. But yeah.
No, that's so fun. And it's one of those things where like you love a new sport, you love like the gear and all the things that come with it. For example, like snowboarding. But that's so seasonal and so dependent.
That's the thing about
weather.
golf.
But golf is so year round,
especially in Arizona.
It's beautiful.
There's a lot of professional golfers that live here because that's why
you can do it.
Like Jake Knapp, this one guy has like one of the best freaking tempo swings ever. He's really cool. He's actually from Costa Mesa. He lives in Scottsdale. Yeah,
cool.
He just won an invitational the other day.
Damn.
But yeah, I know that's another sport that's really cool. That's year round. So like here in pickleball, like what a cool hobby to have. You're outside and being active.
Pickleball or golf?
Both.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
it's like, you know how
you like plan like snowboard trips with like friend groups.
Bros.
Imagine a bro golf trip.
I know.
Like a 3-day going to like I would even do a staycation.
Logan's stepdad does that.
The Phoenician
today. That's something you can do the rest of your life too. It's like you always do your annual bros trip and you do a different course around the country every time.
Yeah.
There's one in North California near Carmel, I believe. That is one of the prettiest courses in the country. It's like right off the cliffs, ocean, like Big Sur vibes. Like
I mean, the Torrey Pines just recently happened, and that's La Jolla.
Yes. Stunning.
I know.
Hayden.
It's such a...
This is the new you.
Yeah, it's just nice to have a hobby, you know?
It's nice to have a healthy hobby that doesn't cost a ton of money, that is like outdoor too, yeah. It sounds so fun.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would like golf, but I like the
pickleball,
vibes.
Probably.
I like the golf cart.
Pickleball's fun.
I like the outfits. I love the visors. I love a skort.
Yeah.
And like, I want to buy a skort. I could wear that for pickleball.
Yeah, same thing.
Tennis vibes.
Exactly what you wear for golf, you could wear to or pickleball. Yeah.
There's just something so country club about it.
Yeah, it's the country club aspect.
I love it. And I love a country club,
I know.
by the way.
It'd be so cool.
I could see you in the future, like with your family, like having a country club membership.
Yeah, I can see that.
And just like being that kind of
But
fan.
some are so like
no.
Phoenician has like a 10-year wait list, I think.
Oh my God.
And I think it's like 100,000 a year. Something like that. Maybe it's less.
No,
maybe like 50.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
But yeah, I'm just curious what it's like in there. Is it so like
like old finishes? A lot of them have just like old finishes.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, there's like definitely a big wave of new golfers right now.
Yeah.
And I guess like some old timers are like liking some of the new like trends, but like also like they want you to respect like the history of the sport.
Yeah.
The professionalism aspect, like attire and courtesy and like disrespect and like things you just gotta know with playing for a while.
Etiquette.
Because there's like certain things like you make a groove on the green and you have to like repair it. Like lately, there's like divot tools to repair and like you pour sand, but like I actually don't know like when or how to do that. So
Logan might know.
So I got to go with
people. He used to work on a golf course.
Oh yeah.
Remember he did golf course. Like,
oh my gosh, yeah. I have you even talked about it to him to
golf?
Yeah, like hey, you should go with Caden.
Yeah, and he wants to. I think that it's just like
I mean that's what's cool. I literally have an extra driver.
Full set. Or whatever.
Like an extra new driver, yeah.
Nice.
And some irons you can use.
No, I feel like that would be nice for you guys to go and do like Tuesday mornings.
Yeah. Continental's kind of ass, but like honestly, I wouldn't mind driving, especially if I have a new car. To the Mesa one. It's only 20 minutes from here,
That's
and
not
it's
bad.
so sick. It's shaded. They have like tracers for every ball you hit, so you can track, and then you can play games. Like there's like a bunch of targets out there. It's like cheaper, better Topgolf.
I feel like
you can actually play a course.
It's rare for him to get out without it being like for errands. You know what I mean? Like,
or something that he has to do instead of wants to do.
Yes, exactly. So
bummer.
I feel like big bum.
Yeah, Tuesdays would be sick.
Tuesdays would be the best day of the week. So I think it just takes like a reminder in the evening, like, hey, we doing it tomorrow? And then he would do it.
I know.
It's like the one time you talked about it, it was like forgotten about, and then like he slept
busy
in.
On both
you know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing too, those late nights.
No, it's not conducive at all.
What you want to do the next day.
Yeah. I've been going to bed earlier. I don't know if you noticed.
A little bit.
Been up when you guys are home. Last couple nights, I'm so sleepy.
I know. Last night
I
was
need
a
to
good
get better sleep. I need
Last night was a really good sleep.
I was hoping Santa didn't wake you up this morning with the crying.
No, I was knocked out. I mean, I don't even remember snoozing my alarm.
I was surprised you were up when you were up.
Yeah, I try it before 8 now, which is I've been getting consistent at.
Which I feel like is so much easier to do in the
summer. My motivation is just make it like I know how my coffee coming. You know?
Yeah, you got that Keurig to turn on.
I just get out of bed. But I haven't been so. Yeah, lately I've just been. Maybe I'll snooze a bit, but I'll just get up. Like I don't really like sit in bed and TikTok as much as I used to, or like really sleep in. Like I would struggle to get out of bed. Before like 10. There's a few phases, but I mean, maybe that's just phases of life.
But it's also harder in the winter when it's so dark still, like, and chilly. Well, I feel like in the spring, summer, it wasn't even that. I want to be up at 7.
I mean,
like my body's ready.
Sun is up at 5. You know, so that's what's wild. It's
just following the nature cycles, like we talked about last
spring
episode.
Solstice is upon.
Spring equinox,
whatever,
and then summer solstice.
What about what's autumn then, huh?
It's the fall equinox. It's like
and I'm also
equinox solstice.
My lady is Catholic, so as you know, I'm doing
Lenting,
giving up fast food and sweets,
which I feel like is just like an excuse for you to like be healthy for this period. You know what I mean? Like you're doing it more for just like supporting her, but also like breaking out of a junk food habit, perhaps, that then after this period.
Well, it's mostly,
40 days?
I think it's mostly like when we're together. Yeah. I mean, is when
you're enabling.
I am enabling?
No, like you're enabling each other to eat.
Oh, yeah. Or just like going to get food. Like Chick-fil-A breakfast is a staple for us. I'm not so much in the sweets unless we have like a random DQ night, you know?
Got that ice cream in the
By
fridge.
the way, you can have that.
I don't know if I even like cookie dough. I'll have to
so
try
good.
it.
The Tillamook is so good.
I'll have to eat it all before I know.
It's nice and creamy. But
no, but it'll be good. It's 40 days, right?
It's till Easter. So
how many days is that?
Ash Wednesday is yesterday. Easter is the
April
20th. And there's 30 days, 31 days. So let's do the math.
Let's just say 40. I think it has something to do with Jesus, like 40 days and 40 nights.
44 days.
But at the end of that, you're probably gonna have like no sugar cravings, no like you're not gonna have cravings. You're literally gonna break.
She was saying like alcohol, but
you're like whoa.
I was saying like maybe I could do that,
but I don't want to.
I have like 4 friends' birthdays in April, and then obviously May's that bachelor trip.
Yeah,
and I don't want to be that guy. I mean, it's still okay. I can't wait.
You're not like.
I'm
excessively
not
drinking to where you're also like, I need.
That's another thing too. Like I've been like feeling like, oh yeah, maybe like want to get drunk, but every last times we've had drinks, like I don't have this. There's like no desire to drink more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
It's weird.
Welcome to the light.
I don't know.
Good for you.
Maybe I just gotta switch out my drink, my type of drink. I
just bought you some Hefeweizens. I'm curious if you like those.
That's another thing too. Like. It's not resistance, but there's also no desire to, if I'm at home, to open an alcoholic beverage. Because I just feel like, again,
like what's the purpose
always
of not
something
being
to
social?
do. Or like I have to
No, you're literally driving
still,
all the time.
Or I have to go to work still. Or
no, that's like
but days off, that's why it's like that's more of like the open up that can.
Totally.
Especially, I mean, I feel like we'll be back on that Dos Equis Corona vibe.
Oh my god, I know. As soon as it gets like really warm out, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
Wait, do you like that over Stella's?
Even like Pacifico too. Like
I love Pacifico. That's my favorite, and Logan doesn't like it.
What?
Because he's a little pussy. No, I'm just kidding.
But
he's like, whatever. He can get his own. He can get a Stella. We'll get a Pacifico.
No, Pacifico, like fresh lime.
No, it's delicious. Yeah. Oh my god!
And that tree's already blooming. I don't know if you saw.
Caden. I know.
Not the new ones I planted,
but one of the new ones, and then that one is already growing leaves.
Yeah, little green.
The rose bushes I pruned are already growing leaves. The peach tree that was completely bare, full of leaves, and there's peaches. Caden.
I didn't know we had a peach tree.
That one that had the pink flowers on it. I don't know. You don't go in the backyard much. The one that had the pink flowers on it. It's next to the garden boxes. It was completely bare, just like that front one, and then it popped a bunch of pink flowers, and then those all fell. They were pollinated by bees, and now there's all these little mini peaches growing.
So
there's like 100. Bees pollinate the flower, and then it becomes a fruit.
Whoa.
Like where the flower was.
Save the bees.
It's so cool to like witness every like. This is my first time in a house.
Nature at its course, running course.
It's been fun to see all of the phases in the different seasons. Like this is what the plants are doing in the summer. Like the vines.
Well, being around actual landscape, yeah.
So many different trees and plants and bushes and.
That's another thing too. Being like in
see my lettuce?
Concrete jungle.
I know.
Of an apartment, you don't notice.
You don't know
change.
the seasons as much.
Not as natural as you should.
The grapevines are about to come back next month, and then in my garden. Did you see my garden boxes, Caden? My green onions are popping. My lettuce is popping. I've got peas growing. I've got tomatoes.
What else can we plant?
I don't know. I filled them up, so
great.
I mean, I have like a little area that isn't the basil's not coming in, so I could put something else there. I just have to look up what's like in season. Cucumbers. I could do cucumbers.
Yeah. Well,
cucumber.
We can throw some freaking fun parties here in Fall.
I know. Caden and we decided to extend the lease another year. So we are for sure going to be here. And we are like, let's throw more parties. Because I would be remiss. I would be devastated if our time here came to an end and we never threw a party. Like we never hosted.
Well, it's crazy how long it takes to really get settled in somewhere. And I would say.
I know. I agree with that.
Like months.
I knew it would take a long time. Like, not just the adjustment to having the house, but just like your new routine, your new day to day. Like,
I mean, it's still being discovered, you know.
But that's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's unsettling to an extent, though. Like it feels a little like sometimes. But I think like now that we have our new car, like there are certain things where
your new what?
Our new car. I didn't even finish the word.
My new.
I just feel there were so many things up in the air, and lately some things have just like concluded and solidified, and so I feel more solidified. Oh, your coffee's all gone. You're gonna go turn on the Keurig?
Just tempting, but
maybe during an intermission you can make another one.
I mean, whenever we want to transition to
want to talk about what you just found in the cabinet, that'll be a good transition.
So clearing out the 4Runner in case, get rid of it. And I just had some stuff I got to get back to my parents. Our parents.
Our family.
And I was like, where the fuck am I going to put this? I didn't feel like going to the shed, and I want to put it in my closet. So I just saw my entertainment center. I knew it was empty, and I opened up the cabinet, and boom! Saw some Benjamins. $212. Just sitting there. And I'm like, when the hell did I do that? I might have am I really living that fast pace of life? I just put money like that and I don't remember, which is crazy.
That's crazy for you.
A lot of money.
To lose track of that money. And then you never noticed.
That's a night's worth of work.
When you didn't deposit, you didn't notice when you made the next deposit that it was
sometimes I'm good at keeping up with my tips and my Notion. And then I'll add it up, make sure so when I get deposited, I get the same number back. But then sometimes I just give it to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just so weird. I did it once, 1 week worth, and I don't think I would start a new pile there. Oh gosh, it's so weird. Yeah, anyway, it's just cool. I mean, it's like when you have pants out of the dryer.
Yeah. And you find a quarter.
Oh my gosh. $20. That's hell exciting. Yeah. So not 20.
It does feel, does it not? Like a present from the universe. It's just oh my God. The universe just even though it was always yours, it's
well, it's wild as that. I definitely
today of all times
without that would not have opened. I know for a fact I was not going to open that for probably months.
I know.
There's no need for that.
I know.
Unless Lily was over and she needed to put stuff away.
You just
maybe I'd open it then.
But I think that there is just something ironic about the timing of when you did find it, when you're
Isn't it ironic?
Oh, I'm going to like make this shift with my vehicle. I'm like seeking like,
yeah, I will say,
choices.
I mean, today was a good day waking up. It was like, oh, great weather.
Great weather. Great. You got approved for the loan. And then you like find this
approved
cash.
for a loan.
It's just
decent night last night.
Like,
gonna have a good
weekend.
Vibes. Yeah, good vibes.
It's like
not working is really awesome. I mean, just knowing when you wake up, as I thought, like, oh, like
I know.
And then you're like, oh my god, I'm free all day.
A free man. And then it's like, wait, I can live for myself.
Well, then even when you are free, you kind of just you don't know what to do.
Sometimes, yeah. But it's nice to have plans and like just be doing your thing. But speaking of lucky girl syndrome, Caden's a lucky girl today. Found that money, but I did want to talk a little bit about just signs from the universe and
11/11.
Shut up.
Swear.
No.
Great.
Literally. I know.
Destroy
Wait,
everything.
Caden. Now it's 11/12. That literally was like
11 seconds. Trying to clasp.
That's exciting. Okay, so I feel like the lucky girl syndrome of it all. I don't know if you've seen this trend on TikTok. It's literally just being so delulu that you genuinely believed. You're shifting your mindset to just notice things more. Noticing angel numbers, just noticing little things. And instead of being like, oh, that's just a coincidence and being like kind of a pessimist about it, just believing in your soul, like, oh my gosh, like this is a sign from the universe. Noticing the things, you attract more opportunities. You attract better opportunities. Leaning into it fully, training your brain to believe that everything is working out for you. If you are constantly reinforcing, everything is always working out for me. So you know what? This pitfall is going to be for the best for me.
Well, yeah,
and that will be.
Plenty of times when you're in a really dark space and you think something bad has happened, it's usually like, I don't know, like kind of a staple to leading to show you the future good things.
Yeah, it's like a trigger to shift because maybe you're not on the right path. Or not to shift
that whatever did happen, you'll look back and realize what that happening is why you are. I mean,
that's so classic.
It's a circle of life right there.
Circle of life right there. But there have been times where it's like, oh my God, it feels like literally everything is falling apart. Like, what the fuck? But then like a couple months later, it's like, oh my God, everything worked out beautifully. Like, thank you, universe. Oh my God. You know what I mean? It's like things have to fall apart to fall into place. Or if it feels like it's falling apart, sometimes it is just coming together. The thing that is
and not
meant.
Being in that mindset will just keep you pretty like in the negative.
If all you are is negative about it, you're only noticing the negative. It will be negative. Like, you know what I mean?
Even
like,
if it's positive.
Even if it exactly. Even if it's coming around to being what's, in your favor. So there are ways we can reprogram our mindset with the everything works out for me thinking. Every day, start the day with the belief that things are always going in your favor and shift your inner dialogue. So instead of thinking, I hope this works out for me, just assume, of course, this is going to work out for me. Like with your car, you're waking up this morning and you're like, this is going to work out in the best way for me. And if it
doesn't, then it wasn't.
Or like past jobs that you've considered or whatever. It's like, if this doesn't work out, that's because this isn't meant for me, and what is best is going to happen.
But where's that balance, or not balance, but the like to be devil's advocate if something does not work out for you, but to keep attacking it, until it does.
I think the only thing that matters is keep moving forward, whatever that looks like. Even if it's not forward down the path that you thought it was going to be down, keep moving forward. Period. Like keep expanding your skill set if you're not happy with what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's like you could always be doing something to move forward, whether that's literally saving money, acquiring new skills. Like there's just so many things that you could do to better your life that is in your control. And when challenges arise, like reframing them instead of saying like, this is happening to me. No, this is happening for me. Like this isn't a negative thing that's happening to me. This is a thing that is happening for my betterment.
Yeah, all right. Life isn't happening at you. Yes. It's happening with you. Is that
for whatever. Me? Yeah, whatever.
With me.
For me. So example, like if you're running late, instead of panicking and you just think it's just about rewiring your brain to always look for the positives, right? That's a big part of it. Instead of thinking like, oh my God, I'm running late, blah, blah, blah. Thinking something good will come from this. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? Something good will come from this. And just literally being that Delulu. Like, Delulu is the Salulu. Also, nice. It's funny that we did the 11-11. That is so ironic, by the way.
Don't you mean?
Because, what? Angel numbers?
Coincidence? Or synchronicity?
Synchronicitous. No, that's the thing is like, some people are like, oh, that's just a coincidence. Like, I don't believe in coincidences in that sense. I do think that things align in a purposeful, meaningful way. Well, that's
what's the wild thought of all the moving parts of every single person and thing that exists on Earth, and then things can align in that way. You know?
Yeah.
Even if we're considering that there's other like realities and dimensions at play.
Yeah.
And still things are aligning.
Mm-hmm.
What a way.
And I had just like made a list of like ways to, again, reframe your mindset and reprogram your mindset. And then this next thing is like, look for angel numbers and synchronicities. Pay attention to 111, 222, 333, because they could be signs that you're on the right path. So literally as we're talking about it. 11.
So what if you never see those?
You're not maybe like looking out for them enough or noticing them. It's the art of noticing.
Yeah, but isn't it another thing of like,
maybe you're not on the right path if you're not seeing
if you really try looking for something,
you'll always find it,
or you won't.
Is that a thing? If you're, I mean, it depends. It's like, let it, I guess, find you then.
Well, it's kind of like
I'm not everywhere. Like, where's the 333? It's like if it pops up in front of you, it's like, oh, that could be a little, sign from the universe.
It's kind of like, I guess something that. Like when you're driving, you don't really notice all the cars running because you're not paying attention. But now I am noticing every single Kia or Corolla and different trims of them because of.
Yes, Caden. When what the hell? I've never even noticed Mazdas in my life. I've never just taken I didn't even really know what Mazdas looked like. If you had asked me before, like, what's a Mazda look like? I'd be like, I have no fucking clue. A single model of Mazda.
But now you see them everywhere.
I see daily so many Mazda CX-5s, like the same make and model, sometimes the same color as our car. And I'm just like, I'm seeing them everywhere. That is a thing of like, once you're in tune or like tuning your brain to like see them, or then they're everywhere.
Placing yourself in that environmental headspace.
Think about that with angel numbers or synchronicities. Once you're kind of like you've programmed or like tuned into that thing or that frequency or that whatever, it is attracting you. Like you're a magnet to it almost. Noticing them more and more. But when you see an angel number, this is what they say to do.
How are these created?
I don't think that they're created. I think that there's a lot to numerology in terms of energy, and there's different civilizations and different countries and religions that believe that numbers hold an energy. Like Pythagorean's theorem, Pythagoras, he believed that numbers were like divine. I'll get into that in a minute, but just really quick. When you see an angel number, it's important to take a second to affirm what you want and believe that it's already happening. So like take that, like actually taking it as a sign, like, oh my God, the thing that I am wanting is going to happen. And that is a sign of that. Because all you're doing is reaffirming that belief. And if we already believe that thoughts create your reality, you're just conditioning your mind to think that way, that everything's working out for you, that the universe has your back, that these are signs that it is happening. And then it just takes time. Like things take time. You know what I mean? Like the thing that you want now might come to be in 5 years. You know what I mean? Like certain things. So it's like, it's almost a sign of like,
it'll come.
Hang in there. It's happening. The things are working. You're on the right path. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a symbol of keep going. Just keep swimming.
I can see that.
Keep you motivated.
An example like I had with like constant failure, but still, I guess persistence, because then eventually, something will come of it. Thomas Edison. He had over 1,000 failures with the light bulb.
Yeah. I would have given up after 100.
That's the thing. Like, but then it's like 101.
Yeah, I know.
He was known to be unteachable.
Oh.
Meaning like. Or he was addled, mentally slow or confused.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I guess one of his famous quotes was, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work."
Yes, exactly. And then you're not repeating mistakes.
That's all. I think every episode we just kind of, there's a conclusion. Not the same thing, but mindset is very powerful.
Yes.
The brain. I think we're just trying to push out positivity, really.
All I'm trying to do is inspire. So then another thing is, in terms of shifting your mindset, conditioning your brain, instead of saying I want or I hope, saying I already have or it's happening. Not like, oh, I want $10,000. Say like, oh, $10,000 is on its way to me. You know?
Yeah.
I can't say that that's tomorrow. You don't get to be in charge of the timing of it, but
or that I have to,
or where it's coming from. Yes, I get. To
or
wake up at 7 a.m.
Another mindset that helps me is that, like, when you're going to bed and you kind of want to like use the rest of your night because you don't want to go to sleep because like then tomorrow starts. But like going to bed is really the beginning of tomorrow, not the end of the current day.
Keeping you, again, moving forward.
Going to sleep earlier is your start of the day.
Saying like, oh, it's over. Like there's no like over. It's like keeping the wheels going forward.
Yeah.
Forward in time.
Yeah.
It's just like a more positive mindset.
The day isn't over. It's just the next.
Or like, oh, okay, have you ever had it to where like things are just not going your fucking way when you wake up in the morning and it's just like thing after thing after thing? If you stay in that mindset and you stay in that kind of negativity, just like grumpy.
But it's sometimes
a terrible day.
But it's sometimes maybe it's an ego issue, but it's really hard to get out of it. I had like last weekend, the Lifetime job was really just frustrating, and I was like on edge and just couldn't get out of the headspace of it. Even just like, it's hard sometimes.
That is the vibration you're putting out. You know what I mean? By keeping that mentality. I know I've had just some mornings that just were continuing to just go bad, and then things just went wrong all day. But my mindset was also terrible, and just like was kind of like pity me,
But again, that's like
woe is me energy.
It circles back to you needed a day like that to know to be better the next time a day like that happens.
Sure. Or it's always just practice. It's like...
Yeah, everything's just practice. Yeah. You're practicing to be a little bit better, but you're not ever going to be perfect.
No one's ever going to be perfect.
That does not exist. That's very true.
That's the human experience.
Yeah.
Also, as you know, and as I know, speaking things out loud into existence, like something about saying it out loud instead of just thinking it makes it more real because you're like echoing it into the fucking whatever. Affirmations daily. We used to do affirmations hella affirmations. We'd go to the park, we'd sit barefoot.
I would do it before I started my Uber driving.
Yeah.
I would sit in my car and read off all 50.
Yeah. I need to find that list because that was a good list. You do? Yeah. Wait, send it to me because I lost the link.
Yeah. And it worked.
Like money flows to me easily. I'm always attracting like amazing opportunities. Like if I go a week without getting an inquiry, instead of being like, oh my God, I'm like failing, or like my momentum has shifted and now I'm like not going to get as many, like instead of thinking that way or saying that, just being like, it's okay because I literally have the best opportunities of my entire career on their way to me. They just haven't emailed me yet, or like they've been too busy to reach out, you know?
Yeah. And it might sound like voodoo or chuggy, but it's like
Chudu.
But have you tried it? It's like, why roll your eyes about something that maybe sounds like very like
woo-woo?
Yeah. Woo-woo, delulu.
Okay. Delulu is a Salulu.
Delulu, woo-woo, Salulu.
And what were you saying? Like, for example, with the Ubering, like, it worked?
Well, yeah, I was just like, like a $200 night would be good, and just bring it or not bring it. Say it out loud, and then just start, and then it just the ebbs and flows, and
yeah,
maybe I'd get close, or like even like way over goal target. Yeah.
Another thing that you and I have talked about, because I saw this TikTok and I sent it to you and I think we talked about it, but just following the breadcrumbs that life is giving you. For example, there's this girl.
But like back to that example real quick, that was still like speaking out loud, but taking action, right? Then I started to drive. Yes. It wasn't like.
You can't just sit in your room and close the door and then say all these things you want out loud, because you're not actually giving the universe an opportunity to give them to you.
Bank. I used to remember, like, I would just hope, like, sometimes, like, wake up
whoops,
and just like.
Chase put $1,000.
I know, they accidentally gave me 20 grand.
Oopsie doopsie.
They can't track it.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
But that is the thing. The more you're doing, the more you're going out there, you're giving the universe opportunities to give you things. So there's this girl that talked about how she wanted this opportunity. She thought about it, was trying to manifest it. And then this girl was like, hey, you should come to this like Pilates class or whatever. And she almost didn't go. But then she was like, oh, I should go. Again, these are just like breadcrumbs from the universe. Like these things, they're leading you down a path.
Every decision
is leading you down a path. So she decided to go, and then she met someone there that could give her literally the opportunity that she'd been seeking for months. So it's like, take opportunities that come your way. The Pilates class wasn't the opportunity she was looking for, but that led to the opportunity she was looking for. So it's like, you have to try new things. And that's the thing, she'd maybe never taken a Pilates class, and like, just trying new things.
Or listen to your gut,
Yes, exactly. Listen to your gut, try new
probably
things.
Having that pull.
Follow the breadcrumbs. Act like the luckiest person in the world. And then another.
That bread, by the way?
I know. I'm working. I have to feed my starter for a few days to bring her back to life. She was like dormant. Also saying like, I'm always in the right place at the right time for incredible opportunities. Like, oh my God, I'm always in the right place at the right time. But also Logan and I, even when things are going really bad, he is really good at this, which is like kind of surprising, but he will always just be like, everything's working out for us. Like, he's pretty unbothered when things are going wrong. Cause he's like, look back at our 10 years, like our 11 years now, historically, everything has always worked out for us in the end, even if in the moment it wasn't working out.
Worse or bigger severity of shite.
I mean, even me compared to other people in the world, it's like, this isn't the end of my life.
Too,
like just a little
aspect.
Gratitude is a major one, and that really like attracts a lot of positivity.
I think everything that works out for us. I mean, I use to like stay patient or understanding like it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people, I think that's like a negative thing, but it's just like when I backed up into that fucking Mercedes, it's just like, you can let that really affect your whole week, but I mean, it happened and you can't do anything.
Sleep over it, or you could
like not. It literally happened. There's no reason to go back. Like, oh, if I just like left a second earlier, or
I know.
Like didn't go back
to when I had that snafu that all came to a head on New Year's Day with that client that I told you about.
Snafu, is that a word?
Yes, it is. SNAFU.
FU.
FU.
No, FU.
Kaden, I had a huge client issue that really just broke me to where I was losing sleep for 2 days.
Yeah, okay.
It was a whole thing.
Snafu.
It was horrendous, and it was embarrassing, and it was shame. Like, I felt shame, but then it was like after 2 whole days and losing sleep, getting night sweats. Kaden, I was getting night sweats thinking about it because of how hard they came down on me via email and the mom reaching out to me. It was such a just like guttural.
It's also the perfectionism aspect of us, and like OCD of like wanting to just really meet standard.
I made a choice to just like, you know what, this was a learning lesson. I have to move forward in 2025, just like putting this behind me. Like this just or what's the alternative? Literally letting this, making me feel like, oh, I'm not good at this. This isn't what I should be doing. And it actually affecting the future clients, the future output, the future of my confidence and my creativity. Like, I
say that a lot. Yeah.
Really
like, what's the alternative?
Yeah. Like, what else am I going to do? Like, keep wallowing in self-pity?
Or it's like, if something doesn't go your way forward.
And know that this will never happen again. You know what I mean? Like, I learned my lessons.
Yeah.
I know I still have lessons to learn, but it's like I learned some really painful ones last year that were expensive and, embarrassing or whatever. And all you can do is move forward at the end of the day. That's the thing, moving forward. I could stay in that energy. Forward.
It's a good Kid Cudi song.
It's like just keep swimming vibes. Also, a lot of people do something called scripting, where they're like scripting, like handwriting out their life, like in the way that they want it to be. So, but instead of being like, I want to be successful, you're writing like as if it's already happened or happening. So writing, I wake up every morning excited about my thriving creative career with clients reaching out to me every single day. Like that's what you're writing down, like in a journal. And just, again, saying out loud.
I think writing and saying out loud is goes really
hand in hand. Powerful. You could be writing it and saying it at the same time.
Oh my gosh. Double power.
Also, like the music you listen to does affect you. Like some people say that some music with the hertz or whatever like really brings you down or lowers your vibration. And then there's some music that really like raises it. Did you hear that there's like a Mozart song that like kills cancer cells or something?
What?
I heard this like this
Well,
one
what's
Mozart
hard.
song.
It's like there's so many humans that like, you know, like what we would find to be negative or scary, like screamo and heavy metal, but
sure.
I mean, they're good people.
That's kind of random, but I know what you mean. Like, they're not screaming at me; they're screaming
maybe
for me.
It sounds bad, but the frequency's there.
Maybe in the tune of the I don't know, the instruments.
Or everyone maybe is at.
But you know when you listen to a song and it just gives you a bad feeling? Like there's songs like that where I'm just like, this does not make me feel good. This makes me feel disoriented.
Maybe disorientation. Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, create a little Lucky Girl playlist. Embody.
Yeah.
Embody confidence, embody success. Like what makes you feel like, fuck yeah, you know? I feel like that. I feel like music is pretty good at changing a vibe or a mood. Because if you're bummed, if you're sad, if you're heartbroken, you're listening to that sad girl playlist and you're feeding into it. You're like feeding the sad girl in you.
That might be necessary.
That's fine sometimes too. Sometimes you have to get out of your system. Sometimes it's okay to wallow. But it's about how long you wallow. Don't be doing that for months and months and months and months so that you're never attracting like a new person.
Hard to comprehend, but yeah, some people are stuck in a limbo.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, the next thing was following your intuition, which we already talked about. Following gut feelings, not overthinking every little thing. If something excites you, say yes, even if you don't know where it's going to lead. Believe that every opportunity is leading to something bigger. Yeah, in this example, which literally goes in with the like Pilates class example, if you feel an urge to go to a cafe that you've never been to and then you randomly meet somebody that connects you with your dream job. That's literally the Pilates class example. It's like just networking is so huge. Community is so huge that like the more of your community that you're getting to know
in somehow way.
So many of the things that I've gotten to, even in my career, has been just meeting people, knowing the right people. This house is because I met Gloria in 2016 or 2017.
Sure.
Like
a breadcrumb. Yeah.
Just yes, breadcrumbs for sure. I went to one of her first little work like pop-ups for her business, like when she had first started that, and just connected there, and then literally didn't see her again for like 5 years, and then she like randomly reached out. So it's just those little things again, like you don't know how this is gonna benefit you, and maybe for 5 to 10 years, but then it comes back around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like it's yeah.
Really quick,
I
was gonna go off on just like the lore of angel numbers and like why.
How long?
Where are we at?
We're at 50 minutes, so it's already 11:30.
And you have to leave in 5 to 10. I'll be quick.
Okay.
Okay, 500 BCE, Pythagoras, who did the Pythagorean theorem, he believed that numbers held a divine power. In many ancient cultures, numbers were considered sacred vibrations influencing destiny. Biblical numerology uses numbers as symbols of spiritual truths. For example, 7 means divine completion. Also, just thinking about like astrologically, there's a lot of number stuff. I think that's like the numerology of it all. Eastern traditions, like Chinese numerology, associate numbers with luck, fortune, and energy alignment. The modern concept of angel numbers emerged from New Age spirituality in the 20th century. Doreen Virtue, who was an author and an intuitive, popularized the idea that angels use numbers to communicate. That's what they're called, angel numbers. Many people believe that seeing the same number repeatedly is a message guiding you towards your higher path. For some reason, Logan and I, the one number we see more than anything else in the world all the fucking time is 9/11. We see 9/11 5 times a day, like both of us. Like we'll be like, oh, of course, it's 9/11. Like all the time. I don't know what it is. I'm like, is this like a SOS code? Like 911?
Someone help me.
But I'm going to just choose to think it's a positive. Okay, so then hold on. Reticular activating system, RAS, is a brain function that makes you notice things more when they're relevant to you. So like the Mazda.
Huh.
If you think about 333, your brain will look for it.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about positive things, your brain is going to be looking for positive things.
Yeah, and then if something negative occurs, it doesn't, I guess, stand out as much.
You're diminishing the negativity. So there's actually a science of seeing angel numbers. That's actually really cool. Some skeptics believe that angel numbers are just confirmation bias. You're seeing them because you want to. But it's like, if you believe that, to me, you're just like denying yourself. What's the word?
Experience.
Like reinforcing positivity or reinforcing that your life is going well. You know what I mean? If you were like, oh, 333, like, oh, people that believe that are dumb. It's like, why not just choose to reinforce like, oh, I'm on the right path. Oh, and then just start having like positive thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, why not just have them be reminders of like positivity and
once again,
literally, why be so boring? Believers argue that whether they are real signs or psychological shifts, angel numbers do have power. Really quick. 11 means new beginnings and manifestation. Seeing 111, like paying attention to your thoughts, they're shaping your reality. It's a sign that you're aligned with your desires and new opportunities are on the way. Call to action, set intentions, visualize, focus on what you want when you see ones. 2s, 22, 222, 22. It means that you're on the right path, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. It's a sign that things are unfolding behind the scenes and you need to be patient. It's a call to action to trust in divine timing and keep moving forward. 3s, and I'm only going to go to, okay, I'll be quick. Hayden's got to go. 3s, your spirit guides or higher self are supporting and protecting you. It's a sign that you're in a phase of growth and creativity is flowing. It's a call to action to express yourself, take risks, and trust your intuition. 4s, your stability and protection. Your foundation is strong and you're divinely supported. It's a sign that you're safe to build, create, and pursue your goals. The call to action is stay grounded and continue working hard. 5s are change and transformation. A big shift is happening, whether you're ready or not. Something is leaving and making space for something better. It's a call to action to embrace change and take action towards your desires. 6s are not evil, like 666, everyone says. Healing and balance. You need to focus on inner healing and self-care. It's a sign that your energy is out of balance, too much work, too much fear, too much stress. Shift into a more peaceful and aligned mindset. 7s are luck and spiritual awakening. You're in a high vibrational state, attracting good fortune. It's a sign that you're leveling up spiritually and trusting your wisdom.
Lucky number 7.
A call to action to keep following your intuition and expect blessings. 8s are abundance and success. A financial, career, or personal breakthrough is coming. You're entering a phase of prosperity and expansion. Stay focused on long-term goals. Wealth and stability are on the way. 9s, ending and new cycles. A chapter of your life is closing, so prepare for something new. It's a time to release what no longer serves you. Let go, surrender, and trust the new beginning ahead. And then 0s, seeing 0s means that you're connected to pure source energy and unlimited possibilities. Anything is possible. Tap into your power, meditate, reflect, and align with your highest self.
So I want a 0.
Pay attention to when and where you see them. Use them as confirmations. It means that you're on the right path. Combine them with your intuition to manifest and trust your interpretations. Also, you don't need to be like, oh, this does mean this, whatever it means to you in that moment. It's like, maybe you're deciding something, you see an angel number, it's like, oh, just seeing one period is a confirmation that I'm doing the right thing here. You know what I mean? It's like, it's sort of interpretive in that sense.
Or don't.
Or be a little negative Nancy.
That's up to you.
No, but there's literally
the listener.
What is the harm? There's no downside to believing this and just doing what you can with what you're given in the world and in the universe. And you know what I mean? It's like,
that's the thing. It's like tools. All we're doing is like finding like techniques of looking out for positivity and reality. And so for someone to shit on that is like a reflection of themselves.
100%.
Or their mindset they might be in right now, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Or like, oh, good things don't happen to me, so I don't believe in that. Because I saw 111 today and my life is shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, maybe that's why, because your mindset is so poor. And you're stuck in the negativity.
Or why is your life shit? And then just constantly ask why until you get down to the root of like, oh, it's me.
It always comes back to us at the end of the day, doesn't it? This was a lovely little episode. I'm glad that it was almost an hour because this morning we didn't have a topic. So I'm glad that came around. And it's about to be St. Patrick's Day. So I feel like this is just like a good lucky episode to put out just in time for St. Patrick's.
Get some green beers.
Let's get some green beers. Let's find some clover, some 4-leaf clovers.
Maybe we do a special edition Monday release because it's on Monday.
Just to like have it out. Well, no, because this will go out next.
No, it's about our next one. Next week.
I know, but we'll just put it out a week, 6 days before St. Patrick's. It's in line with it, okay?
No, our next recording would come out.
I'm saying this is the St. Patrick's one.
This one?
It's going to be going up Tuesday. Lucky girl syndrome. Anyways, Caden's got to go.
No, we can, but then the next one we can do like green stuff.
Oh my God. We'll have a green beer for that one.
Woo!
Okay. That's what he wants. He wants the confirmation.
Alcohol. Okay. All right.
Okay. Love y'all. Thank you so much. See you next Tuesday. Have a great day. Caden, have a great weekend.
It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
Bye.